Hello again. Let's have a look at the Trial of Hordes today. Honestly, this was quite tough for me on the Monk, but finally I found a solution and got access now to the heavy legendary rewards, including the Essence choice boxes. How I did this? Let me show you. The build focused mostly on the Shield of Zen. It really takes out the full potential of that skill because you have a shield, a very high shield. You can go with a burning essence to let it deal damage, and in addition with that burn you're dealing dots, so you can go with a 6-piece Banquet and utilize the full potential out of it because it nearly has a 100% uptime. So in addition, what do we need for this build? We don't need much single DPS. We need a lot of crowd DPS because we want to clear the mobs as fast as possible, and we need a bit of utility to be not available for the hits, to avoid them and to stay alive as long as possible. So, already explained, we have huge dots with our shield and Banquet. We have a good AoE damage with the 20% damage reduction on the Cyclone skill, and we have overall 5 dashes to avoid the incoming damage. We do this with the Exploding Palm and the Mystic Strike, and for the Mystic Strike in addition we take the Essence for Evasion, where we get 20% evasion rating. So this helps us to stay alive. So let's take a look into the Legendaries. So as we go mostly with dot and AoE main damage, we take of course the Zen Shield, and for that shield, as we have a 6-piece Banquet, we want to have the Pensive Crown to give us a higher duration of that skill, 40%. We take the chest and the pants to get our Cyclone Strike to follow us and to give us 20% damage reduction. And we go of course with the main Essence Calification that lets our Shield of Zen now give us a bigger shield than it regularly does, and of course burning the enemies to spread our Banquet. In addition, we have 2 main and offhand essences that just boosts our primary damage with the Order Without Sin, which is a very nice AoE damage burst. Those little sparks come out and really have a huge range. And the Twitching Pawn that on every 3rd hit emits kind of a lightning ball that stays for 1 or 2 seconds, and this is a good thing to kill the bosses. We have 5 dashes, so we want to be able to avoid any incoming damage with that. And the Burning Palm is very good because it again deals a dot damage and deals that explosion tick. So when the mobs die from our damage, they explode and again deal a huge AoE damage to everyone around. And we go with the Ascent Raincloud Shoulder, which gives us a 20% evasion rating, which is nice because it just reduces the actual hits that hit us on the Mystic Strike. So this is the set. Focus, a lot of damage, a little bit for survival, a shield that is nearly 100% up, and some good primary damage when we, with our Fist of Thunder, dashes to the enemy and directly deal a good amount of damage. So for the sets, we go with a 6-piece Banquet. It really gives us a huge damage boost on that activity time on the bonus from the 6-piece. We spread it really easy with our Zen Shield and with our dashes, and once this activates, nearly everything on the map dies instantly. That's really nice. When we look at the patch now, we will have another 2 set items available. This is what will happen. I don't know how this really works, if we can have 2 sets active in parallel, but if it works like this, I advise you the 2-piece Vithus. I've had a look at the Legendary, at the new essences, and to be honest, there is not much there that will affect this build. So I think even after the patch, the main idea of this build will keep like this. So what we need in addition is we need some gems, and here comes in the magic. What you as a monk need, because you're really struggling with the high impact damage that comes over there, you don't have an immunity, you don't have kind of Undying Rage or something, you need an insurance, and this is your Phoenix Ashes. If you have it, use it, because it always happens that a boss falls down from the sky directly on your head and instantly kills you. So this Phoenix helps you to stay alive in that one critical moment. Then we have an Echo, which is nice to give us some clones. The good thing about those clones is you can charge to them with a Zen Shield, so you can share your shield with them and can let them deal and spread the Banquet as well. The Frozen Heart overall is just to give us shields, because we don't have a heal or anything. We just need our shields to avoid the damage. And lastly, and this is really a pro tip, go with the Spark. It is super effective in this game mode and will deal heavy damage. Now let me show how the gameplay looks. I had a nice game here with that guy. Early, of course, you just pop up your AoE and dot damage. You instantly trigger the Banquet at the start, which is okay, because there will be some stages until the big bosses come and the Banquet will be active then again. So usually you try not to collect every orbs at the beginning. Sometimes I forget this, so don't let me be an example. Save your balls for later in the end game, if you can. The heavy dashes sometimes makes it difficult because you're just dashing around like crazy, and sometimes you get one, but it's okay. So you see the shield should be up when you engage, because you don't have a heal, just your stance. So the shield is there to keep you from losing HP. So when you go into a boss or anything, make sure your shield is up first. The bosses we clear with the dashes, so double dash them if possible. That normally kills it. Striking with your primary is good as well. This gets pretty messy. I know there are a lot of builds out there for this game mode, and a lot of them working pretty good against the regular casual gamer. But if you have kind of gamers like this guy here, Kaftescu, whoever that is, he's pretty strong, and as you see, he pushed me a lot of waves over, so it's getting pretty nasty in here. When you play against those people, you will see that you need a perfectly running build, and most of the players are focusing on staying alive. So a lot of 6-piece Vithus out there, a lot of protective sanctuaries, stuff like that. And this is all good. But in the end, your problem is that this one single high impact damage will kill you in the last seconds. This is what normally happens. So there, the Phoenix is the crucial thing, and killing everything as fast as possible is important. So here you see I won because I had more kills than the enemy. Okay, I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe if you do so, and see you soon. Bye bye.